September 10th, 2025. A clear afternoon at Utah Valley University. A crowd gathers. Cameras roll. Another political event in a deeply divided America. And then, a single shot. A moment that would ripple across the nation and reignite a conversation many believed had already gone too far. This is the story of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. At approximately 200 yards away on the rooftop of the Lucy Center, a gunman took position. Moments later, a shot rang out, striking Charlie Kirk in the neck as he spoke.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Panic followed. People ducked. Security scrambled. The event collapsed into chaos. The shooter didn't stay. He fled, discarding the weapon, blending into the confusion, disappearing at least for a moment. But within hours, a manhunt had already begun. Narrator: to understand why this happened, we must first understand who Charlie Kirk was. Charlie Kirk wasn't just a speaker, he was a political force. As the founder of Turning Point USA,
Good evening, I'm Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action.
he built one of the most influential conservative youth movements in the United States. His message was direct, his style confrontational. To supporters, he was a defender of free speech and conservative values. To critics, he represented something far more divisive. And that tension followed him everywhere, including that stage. Charlie Kirk's rise wasn't traditional. He didn't come from politics. He didn't climb through government. Instead, he built his platform from the ground up. Starting Turning Point USA as a teenager, he tapped into something powerful: young people, politics, and the internet. Within years, his organization spread to campuses nationwide. Millions followed him online. He debated, provoked, and mobilized. But with influence came attention. And with attention came opposition. By 2025, Charlie Kirk had become one of the most recognizable and polarizing figures in American political discourse, and that made him a target. The man accused of pulling the trigger, Tyler Robinson, 22 years old. By most accounts, he didn't fit the profile. A strong student, no criminal record, raised in a conservative household. But something had changed. Investigators say Robinson had become increasingly political, immersed in online spaces, and deeply affected by ideological conflict. Messages recovered after the shooting painted a disturbing picture. "I had enough of his hatred," he allegedly wrote. The attack was not spontaneous. It was planned. After the shot, Tyler Robinson vanished, but not for long. Surveillance footage tracked his movements across campus: distinctive clothing, a backpack, and one small detail investigators wouldn't ignore: a pair of grey Converse sneakers. That detail would become crucial. A matching shoe print was later found on the rooftop where the shot was fired. Forensic evidence quickly followed: fingerprints, DNA traces on the weapon, and materials used. But the biggest break didn't come from technology. It came from family. After roughly 33 hours on the run, Robinson's own father recognized him from released images and contacted authorities. Soon after Robinson was in custody, authorities say he had already begun to confess in private messages, online chats, and to people close to him. The manhunt was over, but the questions were just beginning. Why did this happen? That question still divides opinion. Prosecutors argue it was ideological, a targeted act driven by personal beliefs. But others question the narrative, conflicting timelines, online confessions, debates about motive. Even now, not everyone agrees on the full story. What is clear is that this wasn't just a crime. It became a symbol of polarization, of radicalization, of something deeper happening beneath the surface. Narrator: the assassination of Charlie Kirk was more than a moment of violence. It was a reflection of a country divided, of ideas pushed to extremes, of what can happen when words turn into action. And as the trial of Tyler Robinson unfolds, one question remains: how did it get this far?
Hey all. Sorry about the AI voice in this one. Also, it's a bit short. I did ask the editor to make it a bit longer, but I had some issues with sort of losing my voice, getting it real raspy, and I didn't want you guys to hear that. Glad I got it back now, guys. Should be in the next video. So, peace out.